What's up, everybody? It's another Mix It Up podcast. I'm your host, Joel Hawkins, and of course, I'm here with my buddy,
H. Jones.
So, today, we are going to be doing a little bit of rock.
Been a while.
It's been a long time. Yeah. it's been like 7 or 8 months or a year or something like that. Anyways, but it's a band. I've already forgotten the name. Like YouTube showed
One OK Rock.
One OK Rock. Yeah. YouTube showed it to me because we've been just taking what YouTube wants us to look at just to see what weird stuff it'll send to us. Because by the way, it sends us some weird stuff, but awesome weird stuff though. So it sent me a live version of it, which we'll do the live version too. But we also know nothing about this band
At all.
I don't know if it's like a Japanese band or a South Korean band. I have no idea. Like, are they transplants? Is this a song that was only released in this country or whatever? You know, ever since BTS, I pretty much don't automatically assume anything just because it says Japanese rock band. Doesn't necessarily mean it's a Japanese rock band. Could mean it's just an album they put out in Japan. So I don't know, but I assume so. I assume if I listen to this song hardcore enough, if it pops up in my mind like, oh, that was the theme song to an anime, most likely it's a Japanese band because they mostly use Japanese artists for anime theme song openers, but I don't think it was. But we're going to check this out. So don't forget to like and subscribe. Make sure you hit the bell notification so you know when new things are coming out. And go to the mk5store.com. Stuff's on sale. We're going to be putting up some new designs as soon as y'all know that my car got stolen.
I wonder if they're watching.
Yeah. No, they're not. It's statistically improbable. But my car got broken into first, tried to get stolen. They did like $5,500 worth of damage. And then I got it repaired. And then 3 days later, it's stolen again. They actually stole it this time.
Well, they all let you fix it. Now we can take it.
Well, they found it at 1 a.m. I got a message and it was essentially, your car has been damaged. And I'm like, thanks for the voicemail with just the most generic way to describe. I can't tell my insurance company that because it got damaged. Well, what kind of damage? I don't know. The cop didn't tell me. He was just kind of like, hey, this is what's happening. This is where it's at. Good luck. Like, that's just what it was. I was like, I know you're busy, bro, but you could have gave me some detail. Like, hey, we found a raccoon halfway dead through the roof of it. And there was a homeless bum in the trunk. I mean, just something. Not just, it was damaged. Okay. I don't know what that means.
Get there, it was keyed. Nothing else.
Yeah, right. it was damaged could mean everything from like there was a scratch on it or the entire half of the car is missing. Like,
well, we found your car with no engine. What?
No engine, no tires, no doors, no back trunk. I'm pretty sure it's just a frame right now. Floating around.
But they left your windows.
But how would they do that without the doors? They just glued them to the top of the frame. Done deal.
Like, oh, okay, damaged. I got it.
At least we didn't break the windows.
Yeah.
Yeah. Turds. But thieves suck. But yeah, so gonna be a fun month for me. December sucked, but I'm pretty sure January is gonna suck too. But it's okay. It's okay though. You know what? Because you gotta, stuff happens. It sucks. Prepare for the worst. And when it's not the worst, be happy and grateful because it could be so much worse. Now, if it is the worst, sorry, that actually does suck. But I've heard a lot of people in my life who are like, it's Monday, it sucks. I'm like, no, it's not Monday, it sucks. It's like, Monday, it sucks. Someone stabbed me at lunch. That would be a suck. You can't just be like, Monday suck and be like, yeah, well, I feel you, buddy. No, I enjoy it so far.
Gotta fire my soul. I've lost my faith in this broken system. Got love for my home. But if we cry, is there anyone listening? What a forgotten generation. We want an open conversation. eyes and get ready. Take a deep breath, close your eyes and get ready. Take a deep breath, close your eyes and get ready to fly. I'm not afraid to tear it down and build it up again. It's not a fate. We could be the renegades. I'm here for you. You're here for me too. Let's start again. We could be the renegades.
Okay, I did not expect that.
Yeah.
I mean, it was like, I mean, they actually mixed like pop, what felt like a little bit of country, rock, pop rock, hard rock. Like they kind of mixed a little bit of everything. And it was a very uplifting song.
Yeah.
Like it was almost half rebellious, half uplifting. Like you have to fight for your rights, fight for equality, fight for this, but we have to do this together. And then it's like when the door opens behind him at the end, I was like, that's super dope.
Because it was like he was a beacon of light.
Yeah. And they were all walking through the door, taking that next step, you know?
Yeah.
I'm gonna have to, I mean, I kind of figure I know an idea about it, but I kind of want to know exactly if there's a specific thing. Oh, look, the first thing I typed in when I put in the band name was One OK Rock Anime. So I guess their music must be on at least a couple animes and whatnot. Renegades.
It's interesting that this came out a month ago because I was reading the signs that everybody was holding, and that made me think about with
a lot of them were like stuff you'd seen in like I Can't Breathe, which was
with all the George Floyd stuff. So I was thinking that the song came out then, but then to see it came out a month ago, like, oh, okay.
I bet you all of those posters were from each one of those times that it's been, you know, in the news for months or whatever. The meaning behind the song. Well, that's weird. It's on a website called Old Time Music. That makes me think it's not right. Maybe I'll just look it up officially. Let's see. Main theme for the live action based on a manga series. Okay. Oh, Kenshin. Really? I didn't even know that was out. I need to check that out.
Anime fan and don't even recognize this.
Well, I haven't seen that yet. It's only on the movie, dude. It's something I haven't seen before.
Said you're a super fan of them.
I'm not a super fan. A super fan would mean I only watch anime. That would be weird. That would be a weird existence, just watching only anime. You gotta watch a little bit of something else, you know? That'd be like only watching reality TV shows, which I'm pretty sure would make you the worst human being on the earth. Because you'd be your whole idea would be horrible. Think about it. If you just grew up on reality TV, you would be the worst human being. Because you would only be watching the worst parts of humanity has to offer. Well,
and thinking that that's real.
Not the worst parts, you know, serial killers and everything. But I'm saying if they got their own TV show, people would not really notice that much of a difference. Yeah. I mean, somewhat. I'm not trying to say that reality TV people like killing people or eating them or anything, but they're the worst of the worst. So video starts off with individuals in desperation struggling in incomplete despair as the video showcases these individuals who eventually come together to form the Renegades, as the song describes. All together as the crowd forms, the cliff face opens up and the Renegades walk towards the band, making the back way. Yeah. Ooh. Oh, okay. That's just for Japanese subtitles. Yeah, so it's for what it's saying is it's we all need to come together to essentially fight for the rights of each other to determined that society is not dictated by those in power. It's dictated by those who vote for those in power, you know? So it's very democratic in a way, but not really. I mean, lots of places are democratic in a lot of ways, but they aren't. I mean, not even our own government is democratic. I mean, I know that people say, oh, it's a democracy. No, it's not a capitalist society. It's more of a capitalist socialist society. And a lot of people would say, oh, you said socialism. Do you talking about the left? And I'm like, no, I'm talking about the right. Because if you can chastise individuals for, you know, wanting to need help and get help and do this and do that, but then look at companies who end up constantly getting bailed out, constantly giving subsidies so that they can still charge us premium prices, but they're taking government funds. It's like, oh, we get subsidies so we don't charge you ridiculous prices. I'm like, you are charging ridiculous prices. Can we fix it? Is it possible?
We could, but I don't know that I want to right now. Because I want to do something else.
Yeah, like a prime example would be COVID happens and all the chip shortage is happening, and car manufacturers are like, you know, we're so worried we're going to lose profits, and if we're not profitable, then the company will just disappear into smoke. And it's like, that's not how it works. But they're like, we got to make profits during this time, so we're going to try and hedge the bleeding by increasing pricing of pre-owned vehicles. And then it's like cut to a year later, and it's like, we've had the most profitable 4 quarters of our entire existence. Right. Like, even more than selling new cars. And it's like, I wonder why. When you're selling a $10,000 car for $17,000, you're kind of a dickbag. Sorry, I don't mean to be cursing like a sailor, but it's the effing truth, man. But yeah, no. Okay. You know, one okay rock, I like this.
We're going to do another one?
Yeah, I think we should. I want to check out some other stuff, but we also have to do another one of DPR Ian, because that was pretty trippy too. Yeah. So we'll do another one of DPR Ian, and we'll do another one of this, and then I think I saw a post where Snow Wife has actually posted something new. So I don't know. I have to check. I
sent Snow Wife to Dub, and he called me. I told him I was like, listen to these 3 songs in this order, and then call me back. And then I played those 3 songs. I shit you not, as soon as mine turned off, the phone rang. He was like, dawg, this is nice. It's like, yeah.
I know, right? Yeah. I don't know why it's not more popular.
I don't know why either.
I like this band. Can we go ahead and listen to some more stuff in there so I can listen to it later?
Yeah. But hey, also, you may hear one song that you love, and then you hear the next 2, 3, 4, and you're like, oh.
Yeah, that's true. That's true.
It doesn't happen as often, but it does happen.
But even then, you know, it's just to each their own, you know. It's not everything that someone's going to make is going to be something you love. Like, I actually really enjoy BTS music, but there's even 1 or 2 songs that I'm like, okay. You know, it's not something that really pops out to me. Not many of them. Most of them are actually jams and bangers, but most BTS songs are bangers, but you're not going to have every single one of them be like that.
Yeah. I think with every album, there's always that one song that comes on. You're like,
okay.
Skip it this time. I'll listen to it next time.
So this is pretty funny because I've had this conversation, but it was really hilarious. I watched that new Julia Roberts movie on Netflix. It had a lot of actors in it, like
that leave the world behind her.
Behind us. Which, by the way, there's one scene in it that makes me so flippin' happy because it's a Blackstreet song, but it's not like the typical No Diggity type one. Can't remember which one it is now.
Oh, it's towards the beginning.
Yeah. When she's walking around the house.
And that song made 0 sense.
It made 0 sense, but I was so happy that it happened. Was it Good Lovin'? Good Lovin', bam.
I can't remember which one it was, but it made no sense. It messed up everything. Cause we were watching the movie and we're like, why is this song playing? Is there about to be a scene? No, there's no scene.
Well, she was jamming some 90s like rap or something like, or no. It wasn't her. It was him. He was in the car. Remember, he was jamming like some 90s rap or something. Wait, who was jamming 90s rap? Someone was jamming it.
We turned it off like 10 minutes later. I didn't finish the movie.
Really?
Yeah.
Okay, so a lot of people didn't like the ending because it kind of left everything open-ended, and I think it did it on purpose because it wants to make it a second one. It wants to make second one. Netflix is a human being. No.
Hey, there is AI.
Yeah, right.
You never know now.
No. So, but I honestly thought it was cool because, I mean, it does touch on some touch tones at the beginning and towards the middle where you're a little uncomfortable. It's like, oh, she's doing kind of racist behavior. And you're like, is it racist or is she just really, I mean, it would be weird if you were on vacation and some random person just shows up and is like, hi, you've rented my house? That would be weird. And you'd be like, yeah, why are you here?
Yeah. I surely wouldn't let them in.
You want to stay in your house that I'm renting? This is weird. This is uncomfortable, you know? But so there were certain things that were a little iffy. But no, I like the way they did, like, it almost felt like it was going to go a supernatural route or it was going to go an alien route or something like that. But it really just kind of did its own thing, which I was impressed with, that it kept it together, because it could have been a very boring movie very quickly. But I know that song was out of place because it did seem out of place. But the only reason it seemed out of place, because you don't think you go into a house at a rental and put on some music to jam out while you're walking around setting up stuff.
Gotta look up the song. The song made zero sense. 0 sense.
It was I know.
It's like they picked the songs out and then they made the movie.
80%.
And just like, well, we have to use the song.
80% of that Blackstreet album is about smashing. So even if you're trying a song that just like musically hits the touch tone that you're wanting, the words are not going to match what's happening, because she was walking around like unpacking stuff, but it's a song about smashing. So that was a little odd, that part.
Very.
But I have jammed Blackstreet while unpacking, so I can't really knock it as something that I wouldn't do. I would.
Belongs to her.
Never
it's not her house.
Let you go. Whoa, never gonna let you go away. I'm sorry, I love that whole album.
That's fine. The song
that
is
whole
great.
album is fucking fire.
It doesn't
and when it
belong
did
in
come on, that's what changed. That was the difference between you and me, because for me it was like, they finally used it. That's what I was thinking, and you're like, why would they use it?
Yeah.
It takes you out of the movie, yes, but for me, I was so flippin' excited that it got used, because I love Blackstreet as a group, but I never liked anything before or after that album. It was just that album.
You ask anybody else, they only had one album.
Oh, they've had a few.
No.
They've had a few.
No.
They even had an album later that actually did good on a couple tracks, like sales wise and whatnot. But it just never really caught fire like that one did. You know, listened to the stupid 15-minute like exposition tracks, you know, they have where it's like a fake radio show and stuff. I still jam that. I didn't even care. I'd let it play. But yeah, I've spun that album. I can't even count. I've rebought that album 3 times, like when it was in CD form. When I had digital form, I played it so much that it corrupted the file. That eventually I've had to buy it digitally twice. So yeah, I'll jam that album. Blackstreet, another level. Look it up. I would love to do it on here, but I know it's going to have 30 views.
We did one. It had maybe.
No, that was no diggity, but there's good reason for that, because that song did annoy people for an entire decade. It was like so popular for 3 years, and then everybody was like, okay, we're done listening to that. And it was like, no, we're going to put it on the replays every hour on the hour. And it's like, why? Who is requesting this song? I'm fairly sure it was like one person in each city is like, I really love this song. And like, can you play No Diggity by Mom? And every other person in the world was like, who is requesting this? Stop it. Like an entire decade, it felt like it was being played on the hour every hour.
They should bring it back.
Because we had 90, well, it's still being played. It's still in rotation.
Super Bowl is coming up. Let's bring it back.
97.9 the box. Does that even exist anymore?
Yeah.
Or is it a different number? Sometimes they change numbers. 97.9 the box.
Got it.
Yeah, we're in Houston.
H-Town.
H-Town, baby. Yeah. Okay. Well, I gotta say, honestly, that was a great video. I love the message of the song. I love the song, period. And I think their voices are absolutely his voices is far above, but the skill set of the music too just filled it up. Because they actually blended like pop and rock.
Yeah.
And it was melodic and beautiful and fulfilling, you know? So I'm curious what else
shout
they have.
Parts, the sing-along parts, all of that too.
So we're going to have to definitely check out some more of their stuff. Don't forget to like and subscribe. Make sure you hit that bell notification so you know when new things are coming out. And don't forget to check out mk5store.com. And we got some stuff on sale, so get it while it still exists. Anyways, but as always, my friends, better health, better wealth.